Is that the right way to do it? Okay. So I purchased the TK-01. Whoa! I purchased the TK-01 automatic espresso machine on a Black Friday sale for approximately $695, and that's before tax and shipping. And with tax and shipping, it was about $750. So this is the machine exactly as it comes in the box. It was delivered to the doorstep of my residence. You can see here that it is approximately 22 inches long and 17 inches tall and 14.5 inches wide. So it'll be, you can see that they added on some extra packaging because we know that the unit isn't that big. So I'm going to cut off the plastic straps. Pull the straps away. Okay. So it looks like the flaps to open up the box are on the opposite side. So I'll open those first.
What does this say right here?
It says, oh, to begin your Terra Cafe brewing experience, Terra to open and begin. Cool. All right.
Out of everything.
All right.
Ah.
Cool. All right. All right, so it looks like it flips up and rotates up. All right, and here is the machine. Cool. Nice box. They're really nice packaging. They did a really good job on this. There's a handhold here, and then there's a handhold here. So I'll put it down on the ground, and then I'm going to lift the box, the internal box, out of the cardboard box. And there we go. This is the original packaging. So I can take this. It looks like it's basically a cardboard box in a cardboard box, so it's like double layered. So I guess they use that as just as a form of protection for packaging. So I can put that off to the side. I don't really need that anymore. So here's the machine, and it gives you all the specs here. So you can see you have the depth, width, and height. It does weigh 23 pounds. Cup clearance, so that's the tallest cup that can fit in there. It's 5.5 inches. The bean hopper capacity is 12 ounces. 5-inch touch display. Holds 57 fluid ounces of water. Up to 19 bars of pressure. It seems pretty high. And then the external milk carafe capacity, because you have an external carafe, it holds 20 ounces of milk, and that detaches, and you can leave that off in the fridge. It is available in 2 colors, white and black. I did opt for black. Most of the appliances in my kitchen are black.
Burr conical stainless steel.
Yeah.
Burr type conical stainless. That's pretty solid.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what that is.
That Burr type, it's basically 2 plates together, crushing the grounds, crushing the bean. Yeah.
There's the box.
That's the kind of grinder you want. That's a high-end grinder.
So elevate your at-home coffee experience with the machine designed to bring coffee shop right to your countertop. So whole bean or pre-ground loaded in the hopper from the top. You have One Touch Brewing right here. Works with all types of milk, and then advanced drink customization. I think part of the reason I wanted to get it was because of the fact that you can really dial in your settings when you're making your espresso. So it looks like you have your volume of water that you're starting with, temperature, appears to be your grind size, and your pressure, or the duration, or the exposure time. It's like 40. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what that is. I thought one of these would be yield. So one would be like your starting volume, and then the other one would be the volume of espresso that's yielded from it.
That one says cappuccino, right? The cappuccino's highlighted. So that would be the cappuccino.
Okay.
The cappuccino modifications you can make.
Interesting.
I don't know what 40 seconds. That maybe for the milk or something.
I don't know. That's interesting. Yeah, we'll find out. So I thought that was kind of cool. And also, one other cool feature is that there's a counter that's included as well that tells you how many dispenses that have been made, which is helpful for doing things like maintenance, and also kind of keeping track. If you keep the same settings over time, if you notice maybe a taste change or something like that as a result of it. So it's kind of something kind of interesting to have in mind. And then we're back to the beginning. So let's take this bad boy out of the box. Here. I'm going to try to just lift it off.
Mm-hmm.
No. It is, yeah.
There's no tape on it or something in the
I
bottom?
don't think so.
Oh, there it is. You got to pull it from that side, huh?
Yeah, or maybe the handle's going to...
There the handle. There you go.
Try to be careful. Okay, so the cover's off. Here's your box. 2 handles, and I'm gonna, oh, that's cool. Kind of opens up on the sides like that. So you have some foam here for packaging protection. And there is the machine. There are some accessories right here, or equipment that's in the back. Put this off to the side, and it looks like there's more accessories in the front. It's kind of cool. So I'll put that off to the side. Looks like I'm clear, and then here's the cord, power cord. Just lift it out, and then we'll move the box away. All right. So here it is. You can see the backing tape that comes with it, and we've got a registration card, it looks like, in the hopper right here. And you can see the hopper here. So beans are loaded in, and that's where they get ground. This is interesting. I'm not sure exactly what that setter is, but it looks like this might actually be the control for the grind size.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a bigger, like this would be a bigger grind size. Oh, you can pull it up so it comes in and out, and then I can change it. I don't want to break it, but anyway. So yep, there's some tape here. There's packing tape. removing the packing tape from the sides over here. Machine looks great. I have one at work that used to work, and I really liked it. So it was a Black Friday sale, so I decided to go ahead and pick up one myself. And this packing tape right here. That's cool. And pieces of tape that are holding down the drip tray.
Baby float.
So that is, yeah. That's cool. Cool. That taken care of. So I'm looking around there. There's a piece of tape over here. While I'm doing that, we've got an interesting little tray here. So what do we got? Before brewing your first cup, we have that. This looks like your water dispenser, and you have a max fill line that's located right here. I'll take this card out. That's going to help me out, and I'll put this water tank back in, and it fits right in, and it's got a good feel to it. I'm going to pull it out one more time, and I just wanted to note the barb right here. That's probably feeding. So this water tank has a certain amount of gravity pressure on it, right? That's probably feeding a pump or something like that in there. So I have to make sure that those are aligned, and then it fits back in there nice and smooth. And let's see here. Oh, there's an adjustment knob that's right here that you can turn. I'm not going to mess with it. I can't really see what that's for exactly.
More foam, more milk.
Interesting. Okay. So it's like a froth setting almost or something. Okay. Not the sturdiest of plastics, but I think it's good enough. Let's see on this side. Open this up, and then this is going to be the waste grounds bin, right? So pull this out right here. The waste grounds will be in here, so then I can go and throw that in the trash and then empty that. Not exactly sure what this is. This looks greased. Almost. I don't want to mess with it. Yeah, not sure exactly what that is. All right, cool. So that's off. Oops. Close that. That looks good. Okay. Now I'm going to check for any plastic that's on the back. And then we can go through the accessories. There is a power switch that is on the back. It's just a rocker switch for on and off. And then fully automatic espresso. This is the nameplate. It says the wattage on here, so it does take 120 volts AC at 60 hertz. So this machine definitely is made for the United States. It's a 400 watt draw. I guess what's interesting is that I was just looking at a vintage Gaja machine from like 1985, and the power draw on that was actually 1500 watts. So slightly higher power draw than this machine. This machine also comes with a serial number as well, which is unique. And flush mounted. These look like star bits in the back to be able to remove the back panel if you wanted to start opening up the machine. All right. Move that stuff off to the side. Okay, so we have two boxes right here. Accessory box. So here's a straw for the carafe, external milk carafe. I'm not entirely sure what that is.
Filter.
It's a filter, so it's like a water filter. You have a little cleaning straw, a couple extra O-rings, some red O-rings. That's kind of cool. A little scooper, a little brush, and a manual from Terra Kaffe, and also another plate that would presumably sit below, or actually on top of your a metal insert tray for the heating pad. So when the machine is, I guess, powered on, you can store cups up here, or stage cups up here so they get warm right before you make the decision to basically use them to dispense some espresso into. So that's like a conduction tray almost, or something like that. And then here's your manual. It says you have a troubleshooting guide. Here you go. So this is the manual. So actually, I did search for a PDF copy of the manual on the internet, and I could not find one. So I don't know if they want it to be kind of secretive, or you have to buy a machine to be able to get one. But here is the manual. So this is kind of cool, and it has it's identified all the parts in there. So F is the water filter. And let's see here. Some safety precautions, things to do when you're malfunctioning, auto shutdown time, silencing, water hardness testing. That's kind of cool. Cleaning and storing the machine. So some tips and tricks for your first installation. Preparing your coffee. Recommended drink settings, which is kind of cool. So a lot of information that's in there. More form, less form. That was that dial that we saw on the side. Making coffee using pre-ground coffee. Okay, so they're calling it coffee. They're not calling it espresso. So maybe this machine. I wasn't under the impression that this machine had the capability of making a drip coffee. I thought it was just espresso and espresso drink. So maybe it can do a drip coffee. But I had one full scoop of ground coffee. So it sounds like if there's nothing in your hopper, that you could put potentially, I guess, one coffee's worth of grounds in there, and then dispense it to make a coffee if you wanted to. And then obviously it has just a hot water dispensing function if you wanted to make tea or something like that. Milk hose cleaning, descaling your machine, and then brewer cleaning your TK-01. Not sure exactly what. I guess it's just a general clean, and I guess a descale would be like a heavy type clean. So I'm gonna hold off on looking at that. There is a making your first cup, and then it says pre-soak the water filter for 10 minutes prior to installing it in your TK-01 water tank, and then after your initial machine startup cycle, run the hot water function for a minimum of 10 seconds to fill the system. And then for any questions, do that. So we got that, and then I'm gonna. Before I get back to the manual, I'm going to put all the accessories back in here, and then I'm going to open the other accessory box that I have. It says, please store with care, so don't toss it. Cool. And Let's see. This is probably the milk carafe, right? Because it's a big canister. And there it is. So it is stainless steel. So it matches some of the other features on there. And then the hose that we showed earlier connect on here. And then it would connect. Where is it? There's a connection. Thought it was like down here.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's not in use, you just basically store it here. I'm wondering where the barb is though for it to connect.
They're right here, maybe the side.
Okay. So you can't see the milk volume when it's assembled, so you just have to go through the process. Oh, here's an extra straw, I guess it looks like. Just presses in right there. This would be filled with milk when you're presumably ready to use it. And then that would connect. Yep, right there. And that's the way it sits. So, something like that. And then when it's not in use, I guess you take this and you can stow it there. That's how you want to do it. Or you could remove it completely and you can store it somewhere else. So that is that. Got that. We have instructions on soaking the water filter for 10 minutes and then cycling the machine to run hot water on startup for 10 seconds. And then I want to see if there's any instructions on first installation. Unpack the machine, remove the water tank. Okay, connect the water filter to the semicircle slot on the bottom of the water tank. So there's the slot down there, and we can take so you fill the water tank with fresh room water temperature. Fill the coffee bean hopper with whole bean coffee beans, right? Turn on the hard switch on the back. Turn that on, right? And then press and hold the circular power button icon on the right of the front panel. Bam, that would be that. And then allow the machine a few minutes to power up for the first time. So it sounds like we need to follow the instructions before you brew your first cup to do this. And then after we're done doing that we would follow these instructions. And then it sounds like we would be ready to go. And then at some point in time, we want to scan the QR code and register our product. Hope you've enjoyed the unboxing. Catch you in the next one. See ya.